So the other drug I'm taking is called, can you see that? Victoza. I will put a trademark in there. I think that's how I can do this. Victoza, and I pulled up their website to tell you what it does. It's not insulin, by the way. It is an injectable prescription medication that helps improve blood sugar glucose in adults with type 2 diabetes when used with diet and exercise. It is not recommended as the first medication to treat diabetes. It's not a substitute for insulin, and it has not been studied in combination with mealtime insulin, which you do not have. And it's not for people with type 1 diabetes or people with diabetic ketoacidosis, and I don't know what that is. It's not known if it's safe or effective in children, and it's not recommended for use by children. Okay, these are the new, I don't remember what kind, what field of drug they are. There's some YouTube videos out there on some physicians talking about it, or wannabe physicians, newscasts about this drug, and a couple of others that are in the same class. My doctor is raving about this drug. Not only does it help me with my diabetes, it also helps promote weight loss for whatever reason. It's a tiny little, I don't even know if you can see it, it's so tiny. Do you see? Yeah, you can see that kind of on my hat. It looked like it. There, oh, there. Tiny little needle. Can't even feel it when you put it in your stomach. And yeah, it's painless. It's easy. Only problem is right now my doctor is fighting with my insurance to see if I can take it. This is a sample from the doctor. So we're waiting on that. I'll find out probably in a week. Downside to this, can cause some nausea, so he told me to take it at bedtime. I have not experienced nausea because I'll take it, but I won't be asleep. You know, I don't fall asleep very easily right now. And it may cost me about $75 a month to take it if my insurance approves it, which if they don't and I want to take it anyway, I would be afraid that it's $300-400 a month. Can't afford that, so we're hoping it works. The other ones that are in the similar category of drug, he does not like. He has his own reasons for that. They start with a B, the other two, and I can't remember what exactly they do. But he loves this. He raves about it. It's like, in his words, the new miracle drug for diabetes. But the insurances are stubborn, of course. They want you to use the old ones where they can give you a generic, and for this one they still don't see it as medically necessary, even though it helps and it's wonderful. Go figure, right? So, new drug. I don't notice any different than I did when I first stopped, when I wasn't taking these drugs. All I can say is probably builds up in your system, and I'm not taking a very big dose of this right now. You have to work up into it. I do notice I'm not as hungry, and I am, we'll get to on a strict diet. I don't know how long this video is. I wish it would tell me on here. Might have to split it up into two when we're done. Okay, so I've been exercising Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. I finally started. Took the dogs for a walk. One was a little bit longer, two were shorter, like 20 minutes, almost 40 minutes or so. Just doing that, just getting started. You know, the third day my hips hurt really bad. I went anyway. And I do have a treadmill. It's really cold out at night. It's dark when I get home, but I know the dogs love it and they need their exercise. It's just as cold in the morning. The only thing is different is it's day out versus dark. So I'd like to continue to keep up, as long as there's not snow or it's raining, keep up taking the dogs for walks. And then on the days that I can't, doing my indoor treadmill. I also have workout bands and workout videos, and I think I'll progress to that eventually. I did get rid of my gym membership because of the cost, and I was not utilizing it every day. So that's what I'm doing there. I feel positive. And you know what? I've had so much stress at work, and after that walk at the end of the night, I feel so much better. So it's really in everyone's best interest, all of our best interest, to, even if it's a little walk, to take the dog somewhere, to go to the bathroom, or just to get them some exercise. Wow, it makes a difference. And I just have to keep reminding myself that, even though I'm tired, I come home exhausted, I want to eat, I don't want to do something else before I make dinner. Man, it's an amazing drug right there, that exercise. I'm eating basically, my doctor has had an eating plan for people who are overweight for quite a while, and he wants me to follow that. Basically, I'm going to be aiming for around 120 to 150 carbohydrates a day, and eating carbohydrates in conjunction with protein and obviously vegetables. So I can't eat carbs alone, and shouldn't. I should be eating, if I have, for example, this morning, not the best meal, but I needed to eat something quick so I could take my medicine. So I took a half a cup of Chex, which is about 20 some odd carbs, and half a cup, or not even really half a cup, of milk. And milk has some protein, not a lot, but also has carbs. So that's not the ideal because it should have had more protein in it, but it's at least got some protein, some carbs. A typical breakfast for me has been eggs, hard-boiled eggs, with some bacon and no carbs, which on other ones I've taken, and had some little peach cup or something like that. This next week I did a little bit better. I'm going to take the Chex and mix it with cottage cheese. It sounds funny, but it's really good. So it's really good with Cheerios as well. I just thought the Chex would stay crispier longer because I like the crispiness with the cottage cheese. So cottage cheese, less sugar than milk, and a whole lot more protein, and then the carbohydrates once again to balance that out. And for lunches this week, I'm having chili, beans, meat, tomatoes, other vegetables, and if you use lean meat, it could be a really good healthy meal. So that's what I'm going to do for lunches. For dinners, I bought brown rice, and I will section that out into half-cup portions because, brown rice in a cup has about 44 grams of carbs, so it's way too much because I get the individual cups that you can microwave. But I'm going to take those, I'm going to make my mushroom rice where I saute up mushrooms, mix that all together with the rice and spices and some other vegetables, carrots usually. And I've got mini bell peppers that I'm going to saute up, and then I have chicken I can eat that with. I have some Polish sausage I could eat that with. I have some steak in the freezer I can eat that with. Nice, good, solid meal, kind of like a stir fry, I guess you'd say. Although the steak I would cook as a steak because it tastes better than chopped up meat cooked up. So that's what I'm doing for my eating plans right now. I'm back down to 333 from that 339 when I weight-wise, when I had started taking the other drug. So this week it has gradually gone down, back down to where I was. So I see nothing but good things there. One word of note, they gave me Ambien to try to help me sleep, and it says it's non-habit forming, and I have tried to not take it for the last 2 nights. I stayed awake for 3.5 hours last night before I finally said, okay, take one. I cannot now get back to sleep on my own after taking Ambien for 7 days. Not sure what to do about that. She gave it to me hoping that keeping me asleep or more in a sleep state would keep the cramps from forming and waking me up. I haven't really done that, but I have had some issues sleeping, or when I have a cramp, I'm afraid to go back to sleep. Well, I'm so tired on the Ambien that I do force myself to go back to sleep anyway. But like last night, it was 2 o'clock and I finally took an Ambien because I couldn't sleep. So I think non-habit forming is BS, and now I'm going to have to Google some ways to get myself back into a regular sleep pattern. I know I have one Keurig Sleepy Time tea. Maybe I'll try that tonight, and maybe I'll buy some more. I tried to find some last time I was at the store and I couldn't find them. So we'll see. Other things life-wise, work still sucks. I should go in today and I may not because I'm just so tired. Good news, my grandmother is out of the hospital. Yay. Hallelujah. She looked good yesterday. I was going to work yesterday. Instead I said, no, I'm going down with my mom to see my grandma, and my cousin and her kids were there too, and my aunt and uncle were there, and we decorated her Christmas tree. So her tree's all up and beautiful, and my uncle had made some really good chicken and bean soup, and so we had that for lunch while we were down there, and just a nice time to see my grandma. See her smiling. She looked really good. She had color back in her face, and you know, hopefully she'll keep her meds straight and keep herself out of the hospital. But yeah, yay, grandma looked good. My uncle is out of the hospital and in a nursing care facility. They still don't know what happened to him. He's recovering. He's having a lot of therapy, physical, occupational, speech therapy, trying to get back to normal. The poor guy is being positive, obviously, but we thought he was dead. They called us in a week ago, Friday, to say our goodbyes because he wasn't going to make it after a routine surgery, and they thought he had a massive stroke. Well, he started getting better since, and now he's in a nursing home with some more recovery, so they don't have to watch his numbers or anything anymore. They just have to help him walk and talk, working on all that basic stuff and minute motor skills, you know, occupational therapy stuff. So I'm just happy that he's okay and back to hopefully recovery soon. So I think that's it for now. Sorry the video is so long. If it's too long, I'll break it into two. I can't tell on my video recorder on my webcam here how long it is. But I hope everyone is well, and I hope to have more good news as we go. I want to try to share more and do more updates on this Victoza weight loss and diabetes, because the Victoza should be promoting my weight loss. Metformin is also known to do that, so as I take more, that will probably even aid as well. So all really positive, but I definitely don't want to keep the diabetes in these medicines. The goal is to wipe it out, eradicate it from my life as quickly as possible. So a lot of changes in my world, but I've got my family supporting me, and I know that I can do it. So I'm going to go here, and it's time to give the doggies a walk for the day, and maybe go to work. We'll see. So I hope everyone has a great Sunday morning, afternoon, wherever you are, and stay positive. If you guys have any questions for me at all, you can leave them in the comments below. I would love it to have some new subscribers if you feel the need. You can message me. I don't have an official Facebook page for my weight loss and stuff, but I'm thinking of making one. But if you'd like to message me here, I would not mind sharing my personal Facebook as well. So I hope everyone else is doing well, and hang in there, keep up the good fight, and remember that you can prevent diabetes, so why wait? Do it now. Don't be like me and say, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. Oh, that cheeseburger sounds better than taking care of myself today. Or, I don't need to take a walk because, I'm tired. Do it. Just do it. Don't get here. Especially if you have bad insurance or you have little money, because this stuff is going to be pricey. Multiple doctor's visits alone are going to cost me, and blood work. My insurance is really good, but it only covers up to $400 of blood work a year, and the rest is mine. So, yeah, I'm going to be on a constant blood. Oh, and by the way, I do not have to prick my finger. I do not have to check all the time. My doctor currently doesn't think it's necessary. That might change in the future if my numbers don't start coming down, or if I start feeling weird or whatever during the day, or any time during the day. He may want me to start checking it. But right now, he doesn't seem to see a need for it, and it's pretty horrible if you have to. I know that, so I feel sorry for people that do have to do that. But for me, I don't have to right now, so that's a good thing. Anyway, cutting this off. I'm done. I'll talk to you guys soon.